Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For anybody new here, my name is Naya and we talk about all things money. Today I'm going to be giving you guys your second stimulus check update for July 1st. Today I'm going to start off by answering some of the questions that you guys have actually asked in my last stimulus check video. So if you have any questions that you want me to answer in the next video, go ahead and leave them down below. Additionally, we're going to talk about Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin and his decision on pushing back the tax date. And then we're going to talk about just overall COVID-19 news, talking a bit about cases rising and what to expect because of it. Moving on, we're going to talk a bit about the Senate and their specific recess days and what this means for the possibility of a second stimulus check. And lastly, we're going to finish up by talking about some bills that were proposed and the possibility of them actually passing and what that means for who will be eligible for the next stimulus check. So if this information sounds like something you guys will want to watch, go ahead and hit the like button down below. It just helps with the overall YouTube algorithm and getting this video out to more and more people. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button. All right guys, let's get to the video. So starting off, I actually had two people ask me questions in the last video that I want to go ahead and quickly address here. My first question was in regards to the overall hazard pay and which states are actually giving out hazard pay. I've listed in my previous video a few states that are giving out specific hazard pay. But while these are some states, it's not all states. So what I would advise you to do is actually dial 211 on your phone. This number will give you the option to ask a representative of different local relief efforts that are going on in your area and in your state. And this will kind of help you identify if your state has any sort of hazard pay for essential workers. My second question was actually asking about child support. So for those of you guys who owe child support, you know that most likely your first stimulus check got garnished and it was either given back to the IRS or given to whoever you owe child support for. So a few people who owe child support are trying to figure out if that's going to be the exact same case for the second stimulus check. And I wanted to actually come out and tell you guys that it is not. There's actually a provision written in the CARES Act that protects not only people who owe child support, but also protects people who owe payroll taxes and people who owe credit card debt. So all of you guys, a creditor cannot come to you and garnish your stimulus check for that second stimulus check. Moving on, I want to talk a bit about Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, who actually decided to not push that tax date back. If you guys remember, the tax date was actually pushed back from April 15th to July 15th. But since Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin decided that he wasn't going to push it back, that now means if you owe any sort of income tax, you want to try to get that paid off by July 15th. If you do need an extension for whatever reason, you can try filing a claim to get an extension to move your tax date back. Moving on to overall stimulus news with different states. We have states reporting all-time high cases, and states that have been seeing their cases go down are now seeing those cases start to rise. And why that is, I mean, there's lots of assumptions that we can make. A pretty good assumption, I think, is just the overall protests and civil unrest that have been going on, and also a lot of states actually have opened up prematurely and didn't take their time in opening up and jumping from phase to phase. So as a result, we actually have Arizona, and they've actually just ordered to close down bars, salons, and even some restaurants that they opened back up because they see a sharp increase in rising. Moving on, we also have LA, which reported a daily high just yesterday. We also have Texas. We know that Texas governor came out and actually started ordering the closing of bars and restaurants, but now we have reports that are showing really grave concerns about hospitalizations and honestly hospitals reaching full capacity, hospitals nearing full capacity. So what does all of this mean for our next stimulus check? It means a lot of things. We know that Thursday a new jobs report is coming out, and why that is so important. Republicans have been saying that they're Republicans in the Senate have been saying that they are going to analyze the state of the overall economy before they make any sort of decision on the second stimulus package. So if we see a jobs report coming out on Thursday that states unemployment numbers have gone down, the economy is starting to shape up and looking a bit better, then it's less of a chance that Republicans are going to be inclined to put out a larger stimulus package. if we see the numbers looking very grim, unemployment numbers are rising or higher than even expected, then you're going to have a greater chance of getting a bigger stimulus package, because it's going to signal to the congressmen and women that the economy is in more of a dire need. Now, in my opinion, I think that we're going to see that anyway. I really don't know what exactly they're waiting on right now. I think that they can definitely see, or maybe they can't. I think a big thing though that people don't realize is when you live in certain social circles where everybody makes the same amount of money, everyone's pretty economically stable, you're kind of immune to the responses of other people. There's a lot of people who don't realize the dire need of the economy or the dire need of certain individuals because they merely don't run in the same circles. But with that said, I do think that it is your job as a congressman and a congresswoman or even a politician to be aware or try to make yourself as aware as possible, to step outside of these circles where everybody kind of thinks the same or everyone is of the same social economic status. It's essential because you get a very skewed view of how people are living their day-to-day lives, people who are not in high positions of political power. Moving on, I'm going to talk a bit about the Senate and their overall vacations. So a lot of people have been feeling really frustrated. We have Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi writing a letter stating that she is appalled that senators could be gearing up to go on their next big recess and there's been no bill passed. So what she means by that is the Senate's actually going on another recess from July 3rd to July 19th. Now, we know it's very slim that a stimulus check or package will be passed in the next 2 days before the recess. Not only slim, it's pretty much impossible. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell stated that there will be no discussions of a second stimulus package until mid-July. So senators actually come back into office on June 20th, and it's between June 20th and senators come back into office on July 20th, and so it'll be between July 20th and August 7th that they have to pass a stimulus bill. That is because senators actually go on a month-long recess after that for 4 weeks. If we don't get a new stimulus package by August 7th, chances are we will not be receiving another stimulus package. I wanted to talk a little bit about state and local government aid. We see the good that state and local government aid has done. This is the reason why we have various states like California, for example, who's able to give out $75 million worth of their own stimulus money to fit families. Florida, for example, as well. But if state and local governments run out of money, it's bad news there. That's because they will have to start laying off their own employees. Thus far, state and local governments combined have laid off roughly 1.5 million workers. And so this is why it's so essential. Democrats are pushing for state and local government aid, the next stimulus bill. But like people who currently don't know where to turn to pay their next bill, that's also like state and local governments. And they're going to do everything in their power to cut costs. If they cut costs, that means people lose their jobs. If people lose their jobs, that is not just negative on the people who lost their jobs, but it's a trickle-down effect. We will see an effect in the private sector for more private sector workers start to lose their jobs. So it's very essential that we get the stimulus package out very soon. I wanted to talk a bit about the Moving Forward Act. That was an act proposed for infrastructure, as well as quite a few Congress members of both parties want to get some sort of stimulus infrastructure package out, but it seems like the Moving Forward Act is not going to happen, considering the fact that quite a few Republican congressmen and women and President Trump have come out saying that they're not a fan of this act. With that said, there's actually been a new act proposed by Congressman Bobby Rush. The act is called Student Recovery Eligibility for Low-Income Students. And what this act will do will give $1,200 for college students who have Pell Grants. Pell Grants basically are student loans, a type of student loan that was actually discontinued in 2017. But these student loans are for students who show extremely high financial need. And as a result, it seems like they would be perfect candidates for receiving a $1,200 stimulus check. Now, really quickly, this is not an additional stimulus check. because the CARES Act actually left out college dependents in general, and even adult dependents as well. The concerning factor about this bill is that it's very targeted. While I completely do think that college students need to be getting their $1,200, my concern is that it's targeted. If you watched my last video, you would have seen that I spoke about a bill that Senator Marco Rubio proposed called the American Citizen Coronavirus Relief Act. And this bill was specifically made to give married couples, to give mixed status married couples their $1,200 stimulus checks that they weren't eligible to receive in the first CARES Act. My wonder is this pointing to the possibility that this next stimulus package is going to have a very targeted stimulus relief checks? If that's the case, I'm a bit concerned because I think there will be quite a few demographics that fall through the cracks, even more than the first stimulus check. Let me know in the comment sections down below what you think about this. Who do you think is going to be getting the second stimulus check? Will it be everybody or not? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, don't forget to like this video, you guys. There's going to be a lot more content like this. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time. Bye.